Imagine a plant that drives its roots 10 feet deep into the soil. A plant that pulls extremely valuable minerals up to the surface. So we take a closer look and ask one important question. Why isn't it growing in every field today? If there's a plant that contains more potassium than manure, decomposes faster than compost, and constantly regenerates itself, why is hardly anyone talking about it? The answer lies in the conflict between living nutrient cycles and a system built on consumption. Welcome to Rooted. We ask questions and search for answers that actually work in real life. Today we're opening a chapter of agriculture that didn't fail. It just didn't fit the industrial model. And we get to decide whether we want to use this value for ourselves. Today's topic: a specific variety of comfrey, a plant that functions like a biological nutrient pump. After World War II, Europe's soils were exhausted. Years of intensive cultivation during wartime had depleted nutrient reserves. Imported fertilizer was expensive. Energy was scarce. A British gardener and researcher, Lawrence D. Hills, asked a simple question. What if fertility doesn't have to be bought, but can be grown? He studied comfrey species, plants with extremely deep taproots. They grew wild along ditches, hedgerows, and old orchards, mostly ignored. But Hills saw something more. He documented that comfrey roots can reach 6 to 10 feet deep, about 2 to 3 meters. At those depths lie minerals that rain has washed downward over decades: potassium, calcium, and trace elements like boron and manganese. Most crops can't reach those layers. Comfrey can. There was one problem in Hills's research. Wild varieties spread aggressively by seed. Farmers didn't want an uncontrollable plant. This is where it gets interesting. Over many years, Hills carefully bred a sterile hybrid variety. Here's why that mattered. No seeds, so no invasion. Instead, simple vegetative propagation from root cuttings, controlled productivity. A major breakthrough. Field trials followed. British tests in the 1960s and 70s showed up to 4 to 5 cuts per season, 80 to 100 tons of leaf mass per hectare annually. That equals about 10 kilograms per square meter in a garden setting. Nutrient content: 2 to 3% nitrogen, around 1% phosphorus, up to 7% potassium. For comparison, cattle manure often contains less than 1.5% potassium. Potassium is essential for fruit production, sugar development, disease resistance, water regulation in plants. That makes this comfrey especially valuable for tomatoes, berries, fruit trees, and potatoes. Even more impressive is its decomposition speed. While many cover crops take weeks to break down, comfrey leaves decompose into a dark, crumbly layer in under 48 hours. Why? Low fiber content and high protein levels. Microorganisms react immediately. Compost piles can heat up by 10 to 15 degrees within hours when comfrey is added, dramatically accelerating the composting process. That's why it's often called a compost activator. This variety is known as Bocking 14, a truly remarkable form of comfrey that works on 3 levels at once. Deep soil penetration. Its taproot breaks through compacted soil layers, improving drainage and aeration. In heavy clay soils, it acts like a natural soil loosener. Nutrient concentration. Minerals from deep layers are stored in the leaves. When cut, those nutrients return to the soil surface. Closed-loop system. Once planted, a patch can remain productive for 15 to 20 years. No annual reseeding. No external inputs required. Some permaculture systems refer to comfrey as a dynamic accumulator. It's planted under fruit trees, cut regularly, and used directly as mulch. Measurements from a British orchard estimated that over 10 years, Roughly 2 tons of synthetic fertilizer were saved. That's not just cost reduction. It also lowers CO2 emissions, since nitrogen fertilizer production is extremely energy intensive. By the mid-20th century, industrial agriculture took over. The Haber-Bosch process enabled mass nitrogen production. Fertilizer became cheap, standardized, and instantly available. A bag of granules was predictable and highly profitable. A living nutrient cycle was not. Comfrey required cutting, spreading, a bit of patience. A scoop of commercial fertilizer took 5 minutes. Industry, advisory services, and advertising sold convenience. Clean hands, predictable yields. Then in 2001, regulatory debates restricted certain comfrey preparations for human consumption due to specific alkaloids. The warnings applied to supplements, not garden mulch. But public perception rarely makes that distinction. The reputation suffered. Nurseries reduced availability. Garden centers avoided the topic. Not because of a ban, but largely because of uncertainty and lack of knowledge. In practice, it's incredibly simple. Buy plants or propagate from root cuttings. They don't spread by seed. Chop and drop. Once large enough, cut leaves near the base. Lay them directly around plants. Do not till them in. Within days, they merge with the soil. Liquid fertilizer. Place leaves in a container. Cover with water. Let ferment for 1 to 2 weeks, stirring occasionally. The resulting liquid contains approximately 2% nitrogen, 1% phosphorus, 3% potassium. Diluted before use, it visibly boosts flowering and growth. Long-term soil improvement. Over time, the deep roots leave behind a network of channels in the soil. Rainwater penetrates more effectively. Earthworms follow the decaying roots. Humus formation accelerates. Once established, the plant returns stronger every spring. Today, fertilizer prices are rising worldwide. At the same time, soil fertility is declining in many regions. We talk about sustainability, but often overlook the simplest biological tools. Comfrey isn't a miracle cure. It doesn't replace every practice, but it demonstrates a powerful principle for the future. Fertility can be regenerative. It can grow, instead of being consumed. Maybe the future of food doesn't depend only on new technologies. Maybe it's also rooted in old plants with deep roots. The question isn't whether comfrey works. The question is whether we're willing to allow natural cycles again. Our suggestion: start today. Would you plant something like this in your garden? Or will you keep buying expensive fertilizer bags from the store shelf? Let us know in the comments below. The next episode of Rooted is coming soon. We're glad you're here.